Coming at you from the Steel City, you're listening to Poor Man's Podcast, Pittsburgh's premier comedy podcast. Your weekly dose of humor, hosted by Chris Hopper and with a new special guest each week. And here's your host, Chris Hopper. Woo! Woo!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Poor Man's Podcast. I'm your host, Chris. Along with me, as always, we have the beautiful, the wonderful Shaylee baby. Shay, how are you this evening?
I'm doing fantastic, Christopher. How are you?
I'm wonderful. We're missing producer Cheech this week, so I'm doing triple duty with all the stuff in front of me. So I'm going to do my best to keep up with everyone.
You're doing great.
And we have a very special guest this week. We have Trevor Austin, comedian.
What up?
Trevor, how are you doing tonight?
Medium well.
Medium well.
Yeah.
How do you take your steak?
Dude, this is controversial.
If you say well done, leave.
I'm a man's man. Well done, dude.
Oh my God.
Well
Trevor,
done.
that's disgusting.
Not always. Not all. I mean, like I've slowly, mainly out of public shaming, I have moved to like medium well.
Okay.
You know, but
That is gross.
It's
You're
beef
probably
jerky.
still chewing it now.
beef jerky is phenomenal.
Beef jerky is delicious.
Do you-
It
That's what
has
it
beef
is.
jerky. Your steak
So
is
do you use A1, Heinz 57, or ketchup?
Ugh.
Because you have to use the sauce if you're eating it well done.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I do. I'm more of a medium well guy now.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, A1 is the sauce.
Okay,
Okay,
yeah.
that's
the sauce.
acceptable.
Yeah, for
That's
sure,
acceptable.
The correct answer is no sauce and medium rare.
You are.
know how they have their-
Oh God, yes.
dude. You know they have the 23 flavors in Dr. Pepper?
yeah.
Okay, I've always insisted that it is just 22 parts root beer, 1 part A1 sauce.
It's delicious, man.
Yeah,
Oh, if that's what it is, I'm all about
it's
it.
gotta be. I got a refined palate. Yeah.
Yeah. If you have the 23 flavors, I mean, what else could it be?
It's 22. Yeah, it's root beer's cousin, dude.
It's pretty
And
close, man.
Root beer is disgusting.
Oh, dude, now I'm appalled. That's my
Foul.
favorite thing, dude.
Oh my
Root
God.
beer's my favorite
Wow,
drink.
I hate it.
I'm not a giant root beer fan either.
Like it's
Wow,
gross.
Trevor.
More for me, dude.
Yeah.
I
But
drink root
people
beer.
who like those drinks, like they're like, oh, root beer is my shit. That's my drink. I go out, I get that drink. Same with Mountain Dew people, and same with fucking
Yeah, I don't
Dr.
drink
Pepper
Mountain Dew.
people.
That's for like hicks.
Yeah, no, that's
That's
for if
very
you have
true.
6
Yeah,
teeth.
dude.
That's why you drink that.
Yeah.
Not Mountain Dew. Root beer, that's the one like soft drink you see where they make like craft root beer.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
Yeah.
phenomenal.
yeah,
dude.
like
yeah,
they
yeah.
there are like they take it very seriously. D's who we love in Regent Square, they have some kind of they have root beer on tap there.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
so good. Like I don't even like root beer that much, and it's delicious. So like they do have like
root beer's the
special ones.
best, dude.
Yeah.
Oh God, I can't stand it. I don't even think I've ever had a root beer float.
Yeah, and that I don't like as much. So people used to always tell me like, "Oh, you like root beer? You got to try root beer and Jaeger and all these different like root beer mixed drinks." I was like, "No, I don't want to ruin it."
Yeah.
Like
Because
root beer
like
is the shit.
like to this day,
Yeah.
I had too many rum and cokes one time when I was 12, and it was on a school night.
Yeah.
And
no.
to this
Obviously.
day, dude, I cannot sip vanilla Coke without like having a problem. You know?
I hate whenever things get ruined for you.
Yeah, I hate
I
rum.
hate it.
Yeah. You
Rum.
go back to tasting rum and immediately have your spelling words in your head.
Yeah, dude, rum is so brutal.
That is so foul.
I feel like rum was the first like liquor I drank when I started drinking liquor.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah. You start
Yeah.
drinking Captain Morgan, like,
Right,
that was
yeah.
a thing.
Like Bacardi
Really?
and Coke or whatever, Captain and
Yeah,
Coke. Like
yeah.
that's something that you
Oh,
start
I
out
did
on.
not. I started with like the most ghetto
Or-
$5 bottle. Like what was it? Like that UV. What
Blue, UV blue.
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
I used to
yeah,
drink
yeah.
Vladimir a lot.
Vladimir was my shit.
When I was in high school, a handful of my buddies petitioned the company to change the logo to me, and I had like a Vladimir look. You know, like I had a beard and
absolutely.
long hair. Yeah.
I can mistake you for a Vladimir.
100%. Yeah, Vladimir vodka, dude. We had this other buddy, right? And he was like 16. And when you would mail in your box tops of PBR,
Yeah.
you could get a camping chair, a tent.
Yeah, like Marlboro
koozies.
Miles.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
it was that
yeah,
type of
yeah,
thing,
yeah.
right? So he got so much PBR that he had pants, a shirt, a hat, a koozie, a camping chair, a tent.
Yeah.
And he took a picture in front of it and sent it to PBR.
Yeah.
And they put it on the cover page of their website.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
shit.
And he was 16. Oh, fantastic, dude.
That's
Did
awesome.
anything ever happen with that?
I'm pretty sure he's an alcoholic, but that's about it. Yeah.
Yeah,
I wasn't really concerned with it.
PBR sponsored his alcohol.
I think it just stayed up there for a little, and then they took it down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I would never ask that question if I saw somebody on the cover. But how old is that guy?
How old is that kid?
Yeah, right.
I'd be like,
clearly didn't.
I'd be like, that's a giant PBR cowboy hat.
Yeah, there was a lot of distractions.
Right.
I'm picturing like Jim Carrey in Dumb and Dumber when he's walking with like the stack of things and the giant cowboy hat in the beginning.
Yeah.
Just that with PBR, or the Texas rancher guy with the suit, the bolo tie with the PBR on it.
How old were you the first time you got blackout drunk?
Probably blacked out. I wasn't probably until 17 or 18.
Okay, that's kind of normal.
Yeah.
I think that's when we're supposed to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've definitely caught up since.
Yeah. How old were you the first time you got blackout drunk?
I think the very first time I ever was like considered blackout at the time, I think I was 16.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was 12.
Yeah, I was assuming you were going to say that.
Dude, Little League was stressful.
Yeah, man.
I don't think people understood. There was a lot of pressure.
You and Wade Boggs.
100%. Yeah, I was the Wade Boggs of Little League.
Yeah.
I was the Wade Boggs of Little League. I remember I got really drunk on 9/11.
I thought that was like Mad Dog or something, like 2020. You said 9/11. I'm like, what kind of drink is that? Or 151. Oh, that must be potent at 9/11.
I got drunk. I was having a house party. My parents were out of town, and I had older brothers, so they had a house party.
Yeah.
And I was 12, 13 maybe.
Yeah.
I was 13, so I already had a year of drinking under my belt.
Oh, yeah.
And they gave me 7 Labatt Blues.
Okay.
And to this day, Labatt Blue would be my go-to. You know? But yeah, I remember I was puking, and it was like a problem. And then my oldest brother, he was like pissed off. You know, he was like, "We told you not to give him any booze." They gave it to me so I couldn't tell.
Okay.
They didn't have to twist my arm. You know what I mean?
Now
They're
you're
like,
guilty.
Yeah, now you're
Yeah.
guilty. You can't tell on us for throwing a party. And I remember my brother came down, and there was like a room full of people, and he was like, "You having fun now?" And I had my head in a toilet puking. And I picked my head up and I went, "Yeah!" and like everybody like cheered, and I was like, "Oh, these are the makings of a debilitating alcohol problem."
I can't believe that young. That's wild.
Yeah, for sure.
But look at you now. You're on your feet.
100%. Yeah, 100%. But,
On your feet and on the wagon.
You got to get it out of the way. Dude, I've always said drugs are for kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, drugs are for kids, dude. Grown-ups aren't supposed to do drugs. Teenagers, that's when they're supposed to.
Yeah, figure all that out. Well, I mean, certain ones you can probably.
I mean, grown-ups do them.
Yeah.
They do them.
Yeah.
Why'd you look at me?
I don't know. You're in my
God.
peripheral. You're in my
I
peripheral.
feel very guilty.
You
at this
look
moment.
very drugged out over there.
I
Shay.
am.
Shay.
I'm actually sweating, so I definitely look drugged out.
Shay, I'm going to start with some of these things that we were supposed to probably talk about in the rundown, remember?
Absolutely.
I can't find any. Let's do the rundown. There we go. We have a bell,
Oh,
Trevor.
you guys got sound effects, dude? Like
we got
morning
sound
radio?
effects. We got,
Pew, pew, pew.
Giddy up.
I like that.
yeah, that's Kramer, man. Yeah, but we
Kramer, that's my favorite stand-up comic.
yeah,
Yeah, dude.
he went down pretty quickly.
Well, I mean, I think it's how you interpret the art.
Yeah, yeah.
you know
A lot of people didn't interpret it,
It was
positively.
a crowd work set,
Yeah.
It's hard to do.
Well, hey, when you get videotaped, I guess.
Yeah,
Who knows how many other people probably would have got caught had people had the camera.
It's crazy.
Not that I'm,
Okay,
I mean,
give
you're
me
a
the
dick
rundown.
still, but
Give me the
like, yeah,
rundown.
the rundown.
Yep, the rundown.
Trevor, will you say the rundown, and then we'll use your voice for now on as the rundown?
How do you want me to say it?
However,
We're gonna ring the bell, and you'll go the rundown.
I think I can do that.
All right, we'll just do it right now, and then I'm gonna edit it. Oh, okay. I'll ring the bell so it feels authentic.
Gay.
Perfect.
I fucked it up.
Let's try it one more time.
Rundown.
There we go.
All right.
I probably talked over it.
The rundown. The rundown. We'll get it.
There we go.
We'll get it.
Say
Do you mind
wha-
if I riff?
What will you say one time sad?
The rundown.
Perfect.
That was good.
Perfect. There we go.
Hell yeah, dude.
We're here at 565 Live, Speakeasy and Stage in Bellevue. Stop down on Thursday night for open mic comedy, Friday, Saturday for music. And I think they might be doing Steeler games on Sunday, so look into that. Check that out. We're going to be joined tonight, obviously, by Trevor Austin, who we've been talking to for 10 minutes already. Next week, we'll be joined by Ronnie Fleming and Eric Nesby. Very much looking forward to that. We had Eric on my birthday last year, actually. And this is the first time we'll have Ronnie on, so I'm looking forward to both of them. We have Michelle, Pittsburgh Foodie Girl, coming on October 24th. She hasn't told me what she's doing this month, but we always
Doesn't she like to leave it as a surprise sometimes?
Yeah, I think she's
Will
probably.
she come in and cook?
No, she goes out and does like the best burger, the best deli she did last.
Oh, okay, cool.
And then
The best wings,
they
stuff like
usually
that.
give her like some giveaways, so
Oh,
so our
what's up.
listeners can get.
So
some
they're
free stuff.
buying the review.
Yeah, they
That's
probably
what it
are.
is. It's like, how good is your burger? It depends on how much merch you want to give me.
Right.
And if you follow Poor Man's Podcast, you can get some of that merch. So there you go.
Wow, that was a shameless plug. Dude. That was a shame. We got to keep the lights on, people.
Hey man, if you're listening to Poor Man's Podcast, I don't really need to plug it.
Yeah, right? Buy the merch. Dude.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Check out our T-shirts through Ink Division. Ronnie Fleming, Eric Nesby, I talked all
I'm
about
excited
that.
to see Eric. He was good.
Eric was great.
Eric's the man.
Yeah.
He's one of my favorite guys in the scene.
Yeah.
Eric,
He's a
Eric.
good guy.
Last time I saw Eric was right before we were both going up. I was going up like 1 or 2 after him.
Yeah.
And he went up, or right before he went up, he was talking to me. And he was like, "You're a lot shorter than I remember." And I was like, "Yeah, I guess so." We were sitting for most of the show. And then he went up on stage and did this bit about how if he was shorter, he'd kill himself. And I was like, oh, God, man. That was immediate.
Bro, that's so good. So I used to have this bit about,
That's hysterical.
I was doing this thing about why is the word midget more offensive than the word dwarf? Because at least a midget
very
sounds
good point.
Well, at least a midget sounds real. You know, like a dwarf sounds like you live in a miniature golf windmill.
Yeah.
You know? So I'm doing this bit, and all right, I'm at a show in Erie, which is such a boom town for comedy.
Yeah.
And I do this one show, and there's another show starting right after it, and I called, and I was like, do you mind if I drop in and do something real quick? Like, I drove out here. I might as well get as much time on as I can. So I sprinted in the rain, carrying my guitar and shit, running down the street. And I pop in through the back door, and they're like, "You're up next." And like as I'm walking up, they're like, "Coming to the stage, Trevor Austin." And I get up, and I do 3.5 minutes of midget material off the rip, right? And people are laughing, but they're laughing real weird, you know? Like they're like covering their mouths and looking around and whispering.
Like
and
there's
I'm like,
one
"What's
behind you."
Oh, yeah.
No, not one behind me. There was one in front of me.
Oh, no.
He was the comic before me.
Oh.
Was a midget, dude.
Is it Brad Williams?
No, that's a famous midget, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a famous midget. Or little person, you know,
Yeah.
which also sounds more offensive than midget, dude.
Yeah, I
midget
agree.
rips, dude. If I was a little person, I would be like, call me a midget, dude. That's so fun.
I agree with you on the dwarf aspect. Is
Yeah.
dwarf politically correct as of now?
I think it's its own separate thing. You know?
Okay.
Well, dwarfism. Isn't it called dwarfism?
So like dwarf is up to like a certain height, and then you're in little
I
people.
think it has to do with the
or
arms.
is a dwarf a form of a little?
I think it's the arms.
okay. You're doing like T-Rex arms. Is that?
It's kind of
Is
rude.
that rude? Is that rude?
I have T-Rex arms.
They're not
no.
long arms.
No, I'm not saying. Yeah, obviously
like-
they're proportional to the rest of the body.
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, I matched
Are
with
you saying that dwarfs and midgets are different?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. You're
The
the
dwarf-
one who's being rude.
You're the one who
Excuse
thinks
me?
they're all the same.
Yeah,
Shit.
dude. You're really looking down on these people. Hey. But
It's a very nice.
well, very nice, dude. It was.
Cheech is usually on the board. I'm just hitting whatever's here.
Yeah, just hit him, dude. That rips.
Hell yeah. Fucking hate it here.
It's awesome here. This is great.
Before we get into some of the other stuff, because I'm going to forget, and this is an important thing because I told a lot of people around here we would talk about it. There is a fundraiser coming up on October 10th. This is a great segue.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. But I know I need to talk about it. It's for Grant from Lincoln Avenue Brewery.
Yeah,
Shay,
he's a good guy.
we talked to him when we did the beer crawl here,
Yep.
the Rhythm and Brews Fest, when we did the interview. And it was the last one, and I really wanted to talk to him. He came over at the
He was super
end.
busy, and he came over to
Oh,
take
yeah,
time.
yeah.
He was a really good guy. Or is
Absolutely.
a really good guy.
And
Speaking like he's dead.
yeah,
That one's pretty sick.
that's him right there. But he,
Man.
yeah, he's in the ICU right now. He's recovering. But there is a fundraiser on October 22nd in Bellevue, Lincoln Avenue Brewery on Lincoln Avenue, from noon to 6. There's gonna be live music, food trucks. There's multiple breweries that are going to be there, 50-50 raffle, silent auction, and it's all for Grant. So definitely stop down for that. I'm definitely going to be there. He's a super cool guy, and Lincoln Avenue Brewery is awesome. So definitely stop there. But it's a really, we're really hoping he pulls through.
Recovers,
He's awesome.
He is a good guy.
And, I guess let's finish the rundown. We have opening thoughts. Beers of the week. Shay, we're going to get into beers of the week in a couple minutes. We have stuff to do in Pittsburgh as well. Shay, let's talk about your beer of the week right now, and then we'll get into some of the other stuff.
Which one is it?
Yours is the East
pumpkin
End
roll?
one. Yeah, all three of those are pumpkin ones. So.
The pumpkin roll one.
Oh yeah, pumpkin roll. Yes.
Which one?
Yes, the one in your hand right now.
Oh, I thought you said East End.
Oh no, you're right. Sorry, it's
Yeah.
the other one.
Penn Brewery.
Penn Brewery.
So this is Penn Brewery, Pennsylvania. Pumpkin roll ale. I don't know the percentage because I can never find it. I don't know what this one is. I don't know. It's really, really good. It actually tastes like a beer though. Like it has a beer taste to it, not just straight pumpkin, which I actually really like. So it's not too sweet. The aftertaste is super good, and it looks dark.
Yeah,
I like it. It's good.
You're becoming more of a beer drinker now,
I know.
Shay.
I know. I'm proud of myself.
Yeah, but before you were just what? Just liquor then?
I was vodka, orange juice, and Fireball only.
Fireball. Damn, dude. You drink a whole bottle of that and you wake up, oh, it's too
Yeah.
much sugar or something.
There's a lot of heartburn too. I get heartburn if
Yeah.
I drink it too much now.
Yeah, for sure.
No, I
it
feel
goes down so
fucking-
easy on the way down.
Yeah.
It just comes out a little rough.
I drink
yeah,
it
for
like
sure.
with like a water back, so like I'm usually just like hydrated and fine. You know,
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. You gotta
Wow,
balance
that's
it out, man.
professional drinking.
that's what I mean.
Yeah, it's all about the chemical balance,
I can
man.
feed you something, you know.
Shay, my beer this week is Makeshift Dynamite from 11th Hour. It's a New England style IPA, 8%. It's very, very good. I'm going to bring up the Richter scale for the people watching, and Shay and I will discuss our beers.
Did you want to rate your water, Trevor?
It's honestly, I didn't know if you guys got this from a well or like,
Yeah,
oh my God, it's awful.
it's disgusting.
It's awful.
But is it cold?
Is this from California?
Is it crisp?
I believe it is a
It
California.
is cold.
Okay.
And there's accents of maybe some sort of sediment, some sort of, I feel like
It's a lot of minerals. Yeah.
There's mud. I feel like it tastes like mud.
It's probably not mud. We are going to be talking about Dahmer, so we wanted to make sure that we like really got into it.
I have not watched the show. However, big fan. Big Dahmer guy right here.
No, but like
Big
for
Dahmer
real,
guy.
you really need to watch it.
That's what everybody says. But like, I know what happened. I'm old. You know what I mean?
I know exactly what happened. I follow
I
a lot of
remember old
serial
man
killers.
Dahmer, dude. He was
I
one of my.
know.
He's the original, dude.
He
That was
is.
like the first like documentary I watched when I was a little kid on like Dateline or something, and I remember like looking out the window at night, being like, "He's out there."
Yeah.
Dahmer was the boogeyman, dude.
Ed Keane was before him, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, there were guys before him, but that
But,
was
like,
like the first
big
one I
guys.
knew about.
Yeah.
that was the first one I
While
knew
he
about.
was in jail, then that's whenever John Wayne Gacy, that shit
The
happened.
great
with him.
one, dude.
That's
The great one.
All
King Gacy,
kinds.
dude. We call him, yeah, dude.
He got the death penalty.
Did he?
Yeah.
He's the one that was like dressed up in clown shit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and celebrities used to go visit him in prison, like punk rock celebrities.
Really?
Yeah, like Gigi Allen, who's a famous like punk rock anti-hero.
Yeah. Is it
weird,
just so
like,
they
movie
could say
stars.
they went and talked to him?
Yeah, it was like it's a photo to have. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Put that one on a mantle. You
But
know?
is it also like I'm trying to be counterculture, so I better go get my picture with this guy so I can
you
be
know,
more
it was
counterculture?
hip. Like I actually have a friend who wrote letters to Manson in prison and got him to write back, which is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
And all these guys, big through line, perverts, dude.
Oh yeah.
Every last one of them. And he sat down with when they'd sit down with John Wayne Gacy, he would always, they said, talk about two things: poop and sex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Big with those people.
It goes together.
Yeah, they're big in those things. Big poop guys, big sex guys.
That's what John Wayne Gacy's probably best known for, I'd say.
Yeah, that was like his go-to. You know? We've all got a shtick.
Yeah.
You know, something that makes you stand out.
Yeah, man. That's his. Shay, can you rate your beer this week? We have Gangster, Out of Bounds, Shut the Front Door, and Flavor Town.
I'm going to go out of bounds with mine.
Okay. Why so?
Why is that? It's good. Don't get me wrong, it's really good, but I think that I could probably only have like one or two. I couldn't just like continuously drink them.
Yeah. What this is not related to the beer you have, but you have another beer next to you, the Mackenzie's Pumpkin Jack. What did you think of that? That's not a local one.
This
But
one?
no, the other one, the one you drank.
This one.
Did you drink the paranormal one?
Yeah.
Oh, what you think? Do you like?
I just tasted all of just
Yeah.
like a little sippy sip. That's
They're
it.
very different because that one's going to be the lightest, and then the
Oh, they're all very, very different beers. So this one is Mackenzie's Pumpkin Jack. It's a hard cider. This one is super good. I don't know why when I sipped it, I kind of expected a little carbonation, but it's extremely smooth. It is very sweet, but the aftertaste is actually super delicious. So this one is really good. I'd probably go shut the front door with this one, but same situation. I couldn't have a lot of them.
Yeah.
Because it's so sweet. This one's called Flying Monkey's Craft Brewery. It's Paranormal Imperial Pale.
that one
Pumpkin Pale.
just so everybody knows, that one's a Canadian beer. I think it's from Ontario or something like that.
Yeah, it's
but I was
British
looking for a
Canada.
pumpkin beer for Shay earlier, looking for a local one. And Penn Brewery was the only local one that we haven't done already.
Yeah, it's good. Don't get me wrong. That one, the Penn Brewery one, is really good. This one is what, 10%?
Yeah, that one's for sure 10%.
Tastes like 10%.
Yeah.
Damn.
You
It's
see
good.
you see a lot of these fall and winter ones, but the pumpkin ones, the Imperial ones, some of these Oktoberfests, they're a lot heavier than you would think. And some of them don't even taste like it. Some of these ciders anymore, like the Arsenal pumpkin ones, they're like 9 or 8.8 or something like that, and they taste like apple juice. Like,
Oh, yeah.
like bad news.
This 10% one is extremely good. Like, now that I've already tasted other wines, I could down that one easily
Oh,
without
that
feeling
paranormal
anything.
one?
Yeah.
After you drink that one first,
Yeah.
everything else is a breeze.
done.
I was doing that the other day because I was drinking all the leftover beers in the shower.
Okay, the shower beer is bomb.
I love a shower beer.
So good.
I just got, because I just moved, so I freaking talk about all that too. Moving is the worst fucking experience of your life, man.
But you find so many things. Like, there's so many
I found a
things.
bag of shrooms.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, man.
Now moving's not so bad.
That's the thing. Like, you find so many different things that you either didn't know you had or didn't
The
remember
last
that you
time I
had.
moved, I found other things. Like, every time I move, I find a little party favor kind of thing.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
It's
So,
like
yeah, it makes it worthwhile for a while, and then it doesn't. But
a
moving
little
sucks.
gift, a little present. For
The
you.
weirdest thing, I don't understand U-Haul in general because I feel like you don't need any kind of driving experience. Like
Yeah.
those are some pretty massive trucks that people just you have a license and a credit card, here you go.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
smarter than renting a car if you're like in town for a couple days.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just
yeah,
rent a
'cause it's
U-Haul and drive
cheaper.
that around. Yeah, it's
I've had-
way cheaper.
That's very
I've had a
true.
couple people tell me that if you're trying to rent a car or whatever, you fly out or go somewhere. Absolutely,
Yeah,
dude.
just
That's
get a
$20 a day or whatever.
and then you can sleep in the back. Saves on a hotel, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's actually very true. Just keep like a blow up mattress with you or something.
But anyway, we rented it, and then it was like, okay, there's these places to drop off or whatever. So I'm dropping one off in New Brighton. Like, I don't know what the hell it is, if it's like an abandoned lot or whatever. So we drive up, and we can't find like a U-Haul place or anything. So we're driving around, and literally on the side is a car that was just extinguished from being on fire. And then we go around back. There's like a tricycle, like just weird kid toys that clearly haven't been played with, covered in mud, like flipped over. Like
Yeah,
it's
that's apocalyptic.
Just,
Yeah, that's
just
a
to make it
dystopian
weird.
world.
And then we turn, and it's just like, there's been some drug deals here. There's like a mystery machine with a rusted door. We're like, where are we supposed to drop this off? So we call the place, and they're like, there's a drop box over there. There's just like a little box in this like weird abandoned parking lot. And U-Haul's like, yeah, we'll pick it up whenever.
Oh, okay.
Like, they're super cool with it. Yeah, just leave it. Just make sure the keys aren't in it and throw it in a box and just whatever. Shut the door, please.
Did you lock it? Thanks. Bye.
Well, then they called me like 2 days later, and they were like, where's the truck? And I was like, we left it there. I talked to somebody, and they were like, oh, okay. Like, that was it. That was the end of the investigation.
You're like, we believe you. It's fine.
Oh,
Thank
okay,
you.
my bad.
We didn't find it, but we believe you.
Yeah, okay.
This happens all the time.
So, Shay, what did you go with?
I went out of bounds.
Out of
Oh,
bounds.
shut the front door for my Penn Brewery, and out of bounds for my pumpkin wine, this pumpkin roll wine. And I'm probably going to go, now that I've been sipping on this one, I'll probably go out of bounds because it's strong and it's pumpkin.
This 11th hour makes really, really good New England style IPAs. They're almost up there with Lawguard and how good they are. I'm going to go shut the
Yeah.
front door, bordering on Flavor Town. This is a really, really nice one. Especially for 8%, it's super smooth and super
Yeah.
light. Also, I like the name of it, Makeshift Dynamite.
I like 11th hour. They have really good ones.
They
Yeah.
always hit. They always do such a good job.
I agree.
Shay, let's talk about stuff to do in Pittsburgh, and then we'll get some of Trevor's takes on some of the events coming up in Pittsburgh this weekend.
Yes, sir.
Happy Monday, everybody. Let's talk about what's happening this weekend in Pittsburgh. My name's Michelle with Stuff to Do in Pittsburgh, and to kick it all off, Hispanic Heritage Festival is happening at PNC Park in the Jim Beam Lounge at 2 p.m. on October 8th. It's only $20 a ticket, so go ahead and get yours now because there's going to be lots of food, lots of drinks, and you're not going to want to miss out. There's also the Fall Market at Market House, which will be free, and it's at also October 8th at 10 a.m. Also, we have Vinoski Winery Oktoberfest, which is going to be great with live music, beer, and really good vibes. That starts at 2 p.m. Then last but not least, we have Hidden Cinema Halloween movies. We're going to start off Friday, October 7th with Practical Magic at 7 p.m., which is a can't miss in my opinion. And then Saturday, October 8th, we have Hocus Pocus, which is also a can't miss. You really can't go wrong. And then following after that, next week, we have Saw, The Addams Family, American Psycho, Halloween, so forth and so on. They're all great movies. Don't miss out. It's also BYOB, so bring your friends, bring your drinks, bring your snacks, and have a great time. Have a great week and weekend. Thanks.
Well, there you have it, everybody. The wonderful ladies from Stuff to Do in Pittsburgh. Shay, out of the 4 events, there's the Hispanic Heritage Festival. There is Fall Market at Market House, Pinoski Winery, Oktoberfest, and then the Hidden Cinema. Which one sticks out to you?
I feel like the Hispanic one probably should.
Yeah.
But it didn't.
Okay. Which one did then? I like that instead of just answering which one you liked, you had to fucking call out Hispanic heritage.
Yeah, it should. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
man.
Spanish. It
No
probably
say.
should, but it didn't.
Yeah.
The market one, actually, very much so. I love anything that's like that. So that one definitely stood out. And then, of course, Oktoberfest.
Okay.
I think
So
is
you
gonna be
picked half of them now. Shay, if you had to pick one for us to talk about real quick.
Oktoberfest.
Oktoberfest. Let's go with the third one you went with. Okay. Vinoski Winery with the Heritage Band, it says.
Yeah,
Okay.
that one looks like it's going to be
Now,
fun.
it's Saturday, October 8th from 2 p.m. to 9 p.m. Now, the price ranges from 0 to 187.29.
Okay, so you can.
So,
walk
yeah,
in.
there's a wide range
I
of
won't
things.
pay $1 more than 186.
Yeah.
This is
I feel like
weirdest
187, they're trying to send a message to the cops,
well,
man.
That's probably why they added
Yeah.
the 29 cents. 'Cause I was wondering why they added the 29 cents. They're like, oh, we can't have that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely why. Maybe Oktoberfest is trying to send a message. But Vinoski Winery, Oktoberfest, there's the Heritage Band. Like I said, the music starts at 2 p.m. Shay, this Pittsburgh Hidden Cinema thing, they have Practical Magic, which I've never heard of. Trevor, have you heard of Practical Magic?
Oh, it's a good movie.
The movie?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Oh, it's a good movie.
You've seen this movie, Shay?
Yes.
You've never
Is
seen
that
any movies.
Prince in the photo?
It looks like Prince. It looks like Prince and like some
In
redhead.
Practical Magic?
It's
Practical
what
Magic.
it looks like. I
It
doubt
does
it's
not
him.
look like Prince at all.
I mean,
Right
it's a very
here?
small photo from where I'm looking.
Yeah.
And like, I'm
yeah.
getting Prince vibes.
I forget her name.
Shay,
but
how
if
can you
guys-
even see? Trevor, let me explain to you what Shay told me earlier. Shay said she had dry eyes. Now, if you had dry eyes, what do you think? Maybe Visine, maybe something.
Clear
know.
eyes, moisturize.
Yeah, something like
Yeah.
that. You know what Shay
Ben
used?
Stein. What's that?
She used Aquaphor.
What is Aquaphor? Mouthwash?
Aquaphor is the cream you put on yourself after you get a tattoo, for minor cuts and abrasions.
Yeah, you're
you don't
definitely
put it
not
on your
supposed to
fucking
do that.
eyes.
Yeah, I think it says right on the bottle. Don't put in your eyes. Call poison control.
Yeah, there's Mr. Yuck all over that shit. I don't.
I'm a little blind now.
Yeah, but why?
Yeah. It's
a little
Why
cloudy.
is that your go-to? That I've never would think to put any kind of ointment or cream directly into my eye.
I mean, it's healing ointment. I put Aquaphor on like everything.
But
you
are
have
your
a
eyes
scratch?
sliced?
Or, like,
yeah.
Nah, they're just dry.
Did it work?
They're a little bit moist, but I also am it's very cloudy.
They are no longer dry. However, I cannot see.
But like it's a little bit better than them being dry. They were like irritated and it like hurt. So I can see like a little bit. It's fine. But I think the reason why I don't think that looks like Prince at all is probably because I know who it is.
Okay, yeah, that tracks.
Okay.
But if you guys knew, like you guys would know her, I'm sure of it. Because like I don't watch movies at all and I know who she is.
Yeah.
I just don't ask me her name. It's a really good movie. It's like
She looks vaguely familiar.
witches, but like in a very not comical way. And it's kind of like a romance, which actually I hate romance. I hate romance movies. But it's a good movie. It's kind of long.
See, I'm a
but
big
it's good.
fall guy, but not a big Halloween guy.
Oh, yeah?
I'm more of like a Thanksgiving kind of guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like as an adult, Thanksgiving should be your favorite holiday.
Bro, if Thanksgiving is not your favorite holiday, you're doing it wrong.
yeah.
You think as an adult it should be?
As like an adult strictly for you, I will take one good meal over like
Like if you had to cook it though, that's what I'm thinking. Like
Right.
as
And
an
then
adult, you're like
usually-
responsible for the meal.
Usually there's less extended family responsibilities.
Yeah.
Like a lot of times
That's
you're just
true.
going nuclear family.
Yeah.
You know, football, food. You
For
know what
sure.
I mean? That's
Yeah.
a great day.
Trevor, are you are you a turkey bowl player?
Oh, not in years, man.
Yeah.
We used to take it really serious and get a whole big thing going.
Yeah.
But I mean, I would tear my hamstring if I had to walk over to that door and back too fast.
Yeah, that's my biggest fear. I love playing football, like I've always done it, and my siblings we still play, but like the quality of the game has gone
Yeah,
down substantially. But that's my biggest fear. Like if I tear an ACL again, like I'm not working. Like how
Yeah,
like
right.
yeah. And I'm definitely like, I'm not trying to, catch the sideline pass and fuck my elbow up.
Yeah,
and
just
miss
the
work
whole
for a month.
thing, dude.
But with Thanksgiving in general, it's not like with Christmas. It's a little stressful. It's
So stressful.
You expect
Colder.
gifts and shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving, exactly. It's all about eating and football,
Yeah, it's perfect, dude.
which is probably the most American you can think of.
It's the day, dude.
If you ate with your AK-47,
I'm trying to think of what other holiday even comes close. I mean, there's like 4th of July. 4th of July is cool, I guess. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
I feel like
I'm a patriot. You
Well,
know?
yeah.
I'm big on that.
Yeah. I feel like when you're a kid, you obviously like the gift ones. So
Yeah, yeah, we're all
Christmas,
selfish
Easter, whatever
little
kind of thing.
monsters.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And then when you get older, Valentine's Day always sucks.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, fuck that. Easter out the window for me.
Yeah, who cares?
It's stupid.
Yeah.
Um,
on to the next.
Yeah, dude, it's only the day of our risen Lord and Savior, dude.
It's
But, like, is it,
it's not
though?
for me.
That's
But
what
like,
the day is.
but like, do we don't like nobody is like Easter is for.
Trevor, are you saying I understand where
I don't know about you pagans.
yeah.
You're celebrating the witch day.
Yeah.
I'm a big Easter guy, dude.
Okay.
Ham, you get ham on Easter. I'm
I'm
the
not
food
a ham
holiday, dude.
guy,
I'm
though.
a food holiday guy.
I'm not even both ham and turkey head to head. It's a stupid battle to even
It is
fight.
a
I don't
stupid
even want to
battle,
see
but I'm
it.
picking ham.
It's all about the sides.
Yeah, 100%. 100% stuffing. I'm a stuffing
Yeah,
guy
stuffing.
all day. And put gravy on everything.
For sure.
Yeah.
I think this is a better way to put it. If you told me which day is coming up, which one I get the most excited for,
Yeah.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah, 100%. There's
getting
the
a good
least
meal, man.
amount of responsibility. Plus, like, I like the whole concept, dude. We're giving thanks.
Yeah.
I get it. Like, we're all supposed to say Thanksgiving's terrible because of the Native Americans. I'm like, oh, you're just going through life with no fun, dude.
Yeah.
Like, that's not.
If-
No one has ever talked about that on Thanksgiving. You talk about who the Cowboys and the Lions are playing. You know what I mean? Maybe if they're playing the Redskins, it comes up. You know, but like other than that, you know what I mean? That's not what the day is for, dude.
Yeah. It's all about football, man.
I think
I'm
at this
telling
point in time, it's really hard to like almost be able to fully enjoy Thanksgiving because of how close Christmas is to it. It's
Well,
just
they
like
rush
have
it on
so
you,
much-
too.
Exactly, you have so much time to
Plus-
shred.
plus-
Yeah, well, it's a marketing thing
It
that they rush it on.
sucks.
You know, there's no money to be spent. Once you buy the turkey, the money has been spent
Yeah.
on Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
you
you're
know?
done.
So with Halloween, you can go buy a bunch of ridiculous decorations and costumes.
Yeah.
And with Christmas, you buy everything in sight.
Right.
So Thanksgiving's not a consumer holiday. You know.
that actually makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah. You see, the Christmas stuff even before Thanksgiving now.
Oh,
It's
my God.
pushed
Christmas
aside.
stuff
Then
is
there's
out
Black
now.
Friday. Yeah. So like as soon as Thanksgiving's over, it's just like time to
it's-
roll, dude.
Exactly. It's like you barely have time to actually enjoy Thanksgiving.
I think, like you were saying with Thanksgiving, if you go back to, we should hate this and all that, like you could go back to anything at any point in time and trace it back to an atrocity.
Yeah. Well, there's the new thing of like land acknowledgement. You know what that is?
I don't. Please tell me.
Okay, it's the newest thing in like woke culture, which I'm a very woke person, always have been. so like at the beginning of a presentation or a class or something at like they'll say, we would just like to take this time. They open the event with this. We just like to take this time to acknowledge that we are on land that was stolen from the Iroquois. And I'm like, okay, give it back then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's such a meaningless little offering of like, you know, it'd be like me coming and stealing your car and then being like, just so everybody knows, this is his car. And then driving off it. You know what I mean? Like, give it back.
It's
if you're
such
gonna
an
make a deal
empty
of it.
gesture.
So empty.
And it's so like it's just like making yourself look good. Like you're trying to be like, look at me, I'm acknowledging this.
Dude, with all
but
of
I've
that
also
shit, don't look at me. I just got here, dude.
Yeah.
I'm brand new.
Yeah.
You know?
Shay.
I don't own any land, dude. I'm renting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, I absolutely understand
get
that.
that.
Yeah.
I'm renting this stolen land, dude. It's not mine to give back.
Shay, for
I want to point out, I've seen every single one of those movies except for the classic American Psycho. Of course.
What? That's the only one. I have seen Addams Family and I've seen Saw, but American Psycho is the only one I really, really like.
Yeah, I'm
was
sure
all
that's
right.
what a lot of people would say.
So,
it's the
yes,
only one I haven't
It's
seen.
so quotable. It is
Yeah.
so good.
For
I
the-
do need to watch it. I have heard really good
for
things.
this hidden cinema thing, for everybody listening, Practical Magic is the first one. Then they have Hocus Pocus, which I guess is sold out already. Then they have Saw, the Addams Family.
It's the old Hocus Pocus too, by the way, just to point out.
And then there's American Psycho, and then Halloween. I agree with you. American Psycho is one of my favorite movies in general. I love
Yeah.
it. And it is. It's so quotable. The business
fantastic,
card
dude.
shit.
And it's really dark, but also absolutely laugh out loud hilarious. Like that movie borders on a full blown comedy.
Oh, it is. Yeah, absolutely. I think I laugh at that more than some of the other, comedies and stuff. And I think it is kind of a dark comedy.
Yeah,
because when I've seen
definitely
it, yeah,
there's meant to be some humor in it.
yeah, for
100%.
sure. Like they kind of know what they're doing.
Yeah, yeah.
It's self-aware.
Fantastic.
That's a movie I would definitely go home and watch. Like and like actually watch it.
They Ghostbustered it. They made a sequel with a female lead.
For American Psycho?
Yeah. I want to say it was like Mia Kunis or something.
I've never
do
even
like that.
heard of this.
Yeah, you weren't supposed to. It's terrible. It's absolutely
Why do we have to
terrible.
remake every movie?
Well,
Why
Hollywood-
can't you
They're
just
doing
make
right
a
now.
new
Hollywood
movie?
is out of ideas, dude.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And they
That's
just
all
make a
they're
new
doing.
movie, change the gender or the race so that people online will complain, and then they don't have to advertise because that's how you heard about the movie. Like that's their new creative marketing scheme. That's all it is. And
It's
like
clickbait then.
They just
It's
keep
clickbait is their new
remaking
thing.
the same movie. They made 3 Takens, dude. Part 2 of Taken should have just been that girl in therapy. Like stop traveling abroad. What are you doing?
Well, how many Halloween movies are there?
304.
That
A minimum, which is a
Yeah.
West Virginia area code. That's funny.
Oh, nice. Ripped it.
do you want
I
to
don't know
you want to
how
know
that-
how to eliminate Halloween in general? Don't move them on Halloween. Then you don't have 7 other movies.
Well, the last one that's out now is what Halloween Ends.
I don't know.
I have never seen
It's
any
like
of
Halloween.
them.
It's like all the.
Oh, really?
Never one of them. I've never seen a Star Wars, and I've never seen Lord of the Rings.
I've never seen a Star Wars
I've
That's
seen.
awesome.
or Lord of the Rings. Actually, yeah.
People get on me about it. I'm like, it's an accomplishment at this point to have never seen Star
I don't
Wars.
even bring
I
it
don't
up.
know that-
I don't want to.
like, Lord of the
I don't
Rings-
want to hear what people have to say.
Lord of the
Yeah.
Rings is one of those things where like people watch it and like it. I've seen them, and I'm not like recommending it. Like it's fine, but like
I don't
you
have
watch-
time.
if you don't see it, it doesn't matter. I don't
Did
think.
you watch Star Wars?
I watched like the original 3 ones.
Yeah.
They probably were cool for the people in the 80s.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
but for now, like I've seen things like I've seen Avatar, I've seen you know
Yeah.
whatever. I've seen just commercials now,
Yeah.
and it like beats the shit out of what Star
Yeah.
Wars was.
Okay, so I hate CGI.
Okay.
Like, if a movie has too much CGI in it, I'm out. And it seems like it's like a budget saver, but somehow the movie's more expensive because.
Right. What?
Okay, so the first movie with like CGI that was really big was Jurassic Park.
Okay.
And it's phenomenal. But they also had a shitload of like rubber dinosaurs running around. You know what I mean? And then when
Yeah.
you're doing that, the actor puts on a better performance because there's something it can interact
Right,
with.
right.
Like I
You're
can
not just
tell when
touching.
someone's backing away from a green screen and it looks really cheesy to me, and I struggle with suspension of disbelief.
Mm-hmm.
Like most of the shit I watch is either based on a true story or at least could happen.
Yeah.
You know? Which is why I should probably watch that Dahmer thing.
It's good.
I'm eight.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
8
super
episodes in.
It's I.
What's the deal with this new thing too? Like every documentary and now every show has to be a mini series, and it's like you could sum this shit up in an hour most of the time. Like, I can remember they did it with the O.J. Simpson thing, and they did
Oh,
a
yeah,
phenomenal
yeah.
job on FX, but it was just like every episode was like, get to the verdict,
Yeah.
you know?
Well, they probably have to stretch it out, like you were saying. Like,
Yeah.
Okay. And I feel like that's what it is like anymore. It used to be like, oh, let's look forward to the movie kind of thing. Now it's like, let's see the series so I can binge the series or the mini series or whatever.
Which is weird because movies have gotten shorter.
Yeah.
A movie is now like an hour and 20, and all movies were like 2 hours, and they really drew out the story, and there was a whole different craft to like the filmmaking of it. And now they're all just like,
Unless it's a Marvel movie,
I
you
was
have
just
to
gonna
hit
say,
that point.
I've never seen a Marvel movie.
Oh.
Never one.
Not
No,
one?
I was doing comedy in Erie, and this guy didn't have cable, and he made me watch Daredevil on DVD. Is that a Marvel movie, or is that?
Daredevil is Marvel, but the original one with like Ben Affleck or whatever.
No, it wasn't that. It was the one with
There's like a series.
Ryan
on that.
Reynolds.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. My bad. It was Ryan Reynolds. Maybe that was a.
Or wait, no, not Daredevil.
Deadpool?
Fucking Deadpool.
Oh, Deadpool's Marvel.
I think
Yeah.
that's Deadpool.
Yeah.
Okay, did you like it?
I mean, it was like cheesy, but it was okay. Like I liked it because it was like a comedy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's kind of funny. I like Ryan Reynolds, even though I
do too.
want to hate him.
I feel that 100%. Like I
Yeah.
should hate him,
I love
but
him.
he's likable and he seems very cool. Like
Yeah.
I feel like if I met him, I'd be like, he's a hell of a guy.
Yeah,
Yeah, salt of the earth, right there.
I feel like he fit in very well. Yeah, he'd be
yeah,
a good
he's
guy.
cool.
Yeah, I like that movie.
So we have Hocus Pocus, American Psycho, Halloween. You were just saying, and
I love how I just spent time trashing these movies. We're like plugging for them. We're like, don't go see them. They all suck except American Psycho. But no, the Addams Family's classic. as
Hocus
shit.
Pocus is already sold out, and I just feel. Have you seen
How?
Hocus Pocus? Hocus
new one?
Hocus Pocus is one of those things where like girls like to go see it and be like, it's overrated.
Yes.
Bro, if the CIA wanted to interrogate me because I held state secrets, all they would have to do is sit me down in front of Hocus Pocus. In 10 minutes in, I'll be like, I'll tell you whatever you want to know, dude. Here's where we're all stationed.
I don't
you
know how it got like that though. Like Hocus Pocus is obviously was made in 1993 and like became fucking
Well,
huge.
I think what it is now is everybody who liked it as a kid is now an adult.
That's another thing that Hollywood is doing with marketing. You know, like let's just remake it. Like
All nostalgia.
Another Ghostbusters. Yeah,
Yeah,
all
yeah.
nostalgia. They can't come up with anything new.
That's exactly right. They are remaking everything.
And it makes me feel old.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah. I heard that the new Hocus or the second, should I say, Hocus Pocus wasn't everything it should have been.
I heard a lot of people liked it, but maybe they just decided they wanted to like it beforehand.
There was a fuck ton of people who watched it when it came out though. I mean, I did not watch it. I probably won't.
I never watched any. I mean, my kids watched part of it.
The
but
Saw
I'm
movies
not
are
into it.
amazing though. I love the Saw movies.
I did enjoy the first Saw movie. I like conceptually it's really a cool thing.
I agree.
I think it's like right. The
I
first
thought-
like 4 or 5 are really good, but there's like a new one out. Or
The first,
last
I feel like the
two.
first one was good.
Well, I was talking
And
about
then-
this the other day. What's a movie that has a better sequel than the original?
Godfather.
Yeah, man. Now we're getting into dicey territory because like Godfather 1 is a masterpiece.
I
But it's
I
made in
prefer
just a
Godfather
different
1.
way. Yeah, Godfather 1. And like when people talk about The Departed or Casino or Goodfellas, like none of those exist without The Godfather.
Yeah.
So I think that like Casino is a better made film, and so is
Goodfellas is my favorite of any of them.
yeah, it's a phenomenally
Yeah,
made
yeah.
film, but like I still am giving Godfather the edge because like it hadn't been done and they did it so brilliantly.
Right, yeah.
I want to watch. I haven't watched that thing about the making of the Godfather. They did like
Yeah.
a mini series on that on
Yeah.
Paramount. I want to check that out. But yeah, man, Godfather 2 is so damn good.
Well, with the Godfather and those, what they were like in the 70s or whatever.
Yeah.
So, and then you see the other ones, Casinos are the early 90s.
Yeah.
Goodfellas is the 90s. Yeah, they've seen it, and like that
Yeah,
is
it's a different thing.
the original,
Yeah.
or like the original big one at least. But yeah, so all these great movies, check that out. Click through Stuff to Do in Pittsburgh's weekend guide for all the information on that and anything more than that. So click through that. I was just saw my notes and saw the U-Haul again because it irritated me. I hate driving those things, but it made me think because when I was driving, whenever I cover drive over like a manhole, you know, in the street, I always have
Pothole?
this. Yeah, no, not a pothole, a manhole.
What's a manhole?
Like to cover the
The
sewer.
more masculine version of a pothole.
Is it the
A
one with the
pothole,
crate thing, like the
a
big, like,
pothole
metal
is
thing on it?
is a crater in the ground.
A manhole is
is
the
what
Ninja
you
Turtles
lift up.
live.
Yeah,
The Ninja
exactly.
Turtles live under the manhole.
Good description.
There you
Okay.
go. Yeah.
That was a good one. Yeah.
100%.
I actually had no idea. Okay.
But I have this irrational fear when I drive over them because my mom told me this story when I was a kid, which is probably super inaccurate. But like this manhole like blew up and it like decapitated this guy who was driving.
Okay.
And now I'm
That's
interested.
so badass. That's so badass, dude. Like, may God rest his soul, but like, that's Final Destination shit, dude.
Exactly. That's
rules.
so unlikely. So I'm asking
right?
you.
It was his
So
time.
unlikely that it's probably true.
Well, I don't know.
It's like an urban legend. Maybe we're not sure if it's true.
Yeah,
his
probably.
mom.
Well, my mom told me, so I don't know if I don't know. She maybe she made it up or whatever because it seems unlikely that would just come up, and I feel like that would be national news, and I've never heard of that. Either way,
Well, you were young, yeah, and back then we didn't like have news. We just had like one channel.
but I feel like that makes it more urban legend because now it's just telephone,
Yeah.
and it's no like you're not.
I'm
checking
going to say
it.
that definitely happened, and I'm going to start telling people that it did.
It happened to your uncle.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I
Like,
saw it.
I was in the
Nobody's gonna
passenger
look
seat, dude. You wouldn't have believed it, dude. I saved him, too.
I was
He's
inches
alive.
away, yeah.
He doesn't have a head, but
he's
is
living.
alive. Yep.
It's like the girl with the green scarf or whatever. I don't know. That's obscure.
That would sound
You know that
scary,
book?
yeah.
Yes. Actually,
Alvin
when you
Schwartz,
said
man.
That like literally just.
Did it unlock a
Triggered.
memory?
Is it like an Ichabod Crane knockoff,
It's
dude?
no, you know, Alvin Schwartz made the all the scary stories to tell in the dark book.
Oh, those are so good.
Yeah.
So
Those
fucking
were so good.
yeah.
So good.
They had, dude, the one that scared the shit out of me. I think it was called The Drum or something. Obviously, Harold with the scarecrow dude.
Yeah.
That was terrifying. But there was one where it was like his babysitter that watched these kids, and it was just like some woman with a wooden tail that like abused them or something. I don't know. It was all
Alright,
fucked up.
okay.
But
I'm
anyway,
into it.
the girl with the green
green
scarf
scarf.
or whatever.
Yeah.
It was in like the kids version
Oh,
of
okay.
like whatever. So it was like, you know, I'd see it in my third grade class. It's like Halloween stories. And it's about this decapitated girl and all these other fucking stories. The animation in the books are the scariest.
Yeah.
Do you remember Are You Afraid of the Dark?
I loved it.
It's so fantastic. And then I went to rewatch it recently and was like, I was dumb.
I agree 100%.
Yeah, it does not hold up. And like a lot of things that happened to me recently when I tried to watch The Mighty Ducks. And it's still ducks fly together, quack, quack, quack. You know, Mr. Ducksworth. It still rips.
This is going to be a 40-minute thing. You've gone down a rabbit hole with me. Mighty Ducks is my absolute favorite.
It's so fantastic.
Yeah.
But like I had a
We're
friend.
talking about sequels that are better than the original?
Ooh, D2 is
Yeah.
pretty solid. I love how Mighty Ducks 2, right? They won the District 9 championship in Minnesota. Barely. And then the same group of kids are like, you're the best team in the world. You
Now you're
know?
Team
Like,
USA.
Now you're playing.
Plus a fucking Dwayne, plus Julie the Cat Gaffney,
Yeah.
plus the two
Knuckle
other
Pop
people.
Keenan,
Yeah.
and who you found on the streets of LA.
He just,
know what I mean?
he just knew how to play the game the right way.
Well, I do believe with the coaching of Gordon Bombay, it could happen.
Yeah.
And but beyond that, dude, it's like they literally barely could beat the kids across the street.
They
And
couldn't
now
beat,
they the entire country of Iceland. Like insane.
Oh, I was reading this. This is you might know. Have you seen all three?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Gunnar Stahl
Academy.
and then the second one is the goalie in the third one.
And
For
they're
the
just
Warriors.
playing us for saps.
It's the same actor.
That's bullshit,
Yeah.
dude. That's
Yeah.
not right.
It's not right at all.
That is not right.
One's being coached by Wolf the Dennis Danson, and one's at Eden Hall, man.
Well, how about then they had Daredevil, right?
Yeah.
Because we were just talking about that. That was Fulton Reed, the fat guy.
Oh no shit.
That's Fulton Reed, like his fat little friend.
yeah.
Is Fulton Reed. Yeah.
Oh, well, Fulton is also in one of these newer ones. I think he's in what's the Hunger Games or whatever.
Yeah,
he's in one of those.
He's acting and he's pretty good, but you don't recognize him until you really look deep into his soul. Because he does not look like a Bash brother, dude. at all.
No, man.
No.
I see Fulton Reed in what's his name? Portman,
Dean Portman.
But then they try to have Ken Wu in the third one or whatever.
It's absurd.
He's
It's
not a
so
Bash brother,
absurd.
man.
No. But
He's
he
honorary.
taught him how to fight. It was
Yeah.
a big dude. Those movies feel good.
Gloves
movies.
off, jersey over the head. You know?
So I tried to show a friend. I was like, "You haven't seen Mighty Ducks? You have to watch it. It's a cinematic masterpiece, dude." And then he sat down. He was like, "This is kind of corny." And I was like, "You had to fucking be there, dude. You missed it.
It's
You had
so
to
good.
be there when it happened because it was so good."
Shay,
No, I haven't.
I've told you about the Mighty Ducks forever.
Yes.
You gotta
Okay,
go
what's
home
your
and wa-
favorite childhood movie?
Oh, stupid things like Matilda and the Pest.
That's not stupid at all. The
Yeah, why is
Pest,
it-
that also is fantastic.
it?
I don't know
Yeah,
what the
with,
past is.
God.
Steve Martin, right? Yeah.
No.
That's
Oh,
the
wait.
jerk.
Yeah, that's the jerk, which is
No,
awesome.
the Pest is with John Leguizamo.
Oh, nice. I love John Leguizamo.
Yeah, that
He's
one.
so good, dude. He came out recently. This is so fantastic. He came out recently and got kind of bashed on Twitter because James Franco, you know, that serial rapist, who's
Yeah.
also a really good actor.
Yeah.
So he got cast to play Fidel Castro.
James Franco did.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you can do anything now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They made Avatar. They can, if they can turn people blue, they can probably turn him a
Yeah,
little
they have
Cuban.
like young Luke Skywalker
Yeah.
and shit, and they make what was that fucking movie on Netflix? We were talking about gangster movies or whatever.
Yeah.
The one with De Niro where they try to like make him,
the
I watched The Irishman.
it's terrible.
Or whatever.
Dude. He looks so old, but
I
they try
can't
to just
get
make his
through
face
it.
look young, and
Yeah.
then he's like beating people up, but you can tell he's frail and old.
Like when you
But
see an
yeah.
80-year-old man kicking, you know it's not a 30-year-old man kicking.
John Leguizamo, he was like so pissed. He's like, they made James Franco Fidel Castro when he's not even Cuban, and people were like, they made you Luigi and you're not Italian, dude.
Yeah.
Like he's played all kinds of different shit, you know.
I mean, watch Hamilton, man. You can have anybody play anybody.
right. I never
it's not
saw
like they're
Hamilton.
them. But that's what the whole thing with act. Like, I get if you're trying to look like something. Yeah, that makes sense. But you
Right.
know,
Yeah.
it's not like you're the actual person. Who you kidding, man? I mean, there's a little bit of artistic, whatever the word is. I can't remember what it is.
I've never really watched like the severely classic movies.
Like
how
what?
guys
You didn't
are
watch The
talking
Lion
about-
King and shit like
Goonies,
that?
Sandlot.
Well, I mean, like those. No, never seen it.
Wow.
Sandlot?
But like, yeah, but like the Lion King, like all Disney movies and shit, obviously.
Dude, especially with the nostalgia vibe that's going out, and
Yeah.
they're releasing like, a live action Lion King and a Black Mermaid. They should just do one new movie with a whole new story in the old style animation. Instead of the computers, because like that stuff triggers feelings in me. You
Yeah.
know, like the way they drew Aladdin and the way they drew Lion King. That classic animation, and I guess it takes more time, but like you'd think you could do that with a computer even now too.
Yeah, for
Absolutely.
sure.
Yeah.
And I would love to see something like a cartoon that isn't the Toy Story style Pixar.
Yeah,
animation.
like the 3-dimensional, the more 2-dimensional look.
Yeah.
I would love to see that again because that shit was.
Do you think
awesome.
they will ever do that? Because if you do it that way, then you are probably marketing to the older crowd.
Yeah, they recently did some claymation shit. I know Wes Anderson, who's like one of my favorite directors, did some claymation movies that were
Did he do that Fox movie?
fantastic.
Yeah, yeah,
Mr.
yeah.
Fox, and he did another one. But he's one of my favorites, and I didn't like his animated movies, but I just like claymation. Claymation is cool.
Yeah. I feel like that would take so long to do.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But again, I think they're doing it with computers now.
Are you a Wallace and Gromit fan?
I don't think. Oh, is that the comic book?
No, it's the
Or the-
claymation like British dude with the guy and the dog.
And he has like
I
the
don't know if I know
ginormous
what that
smile,
is.
like the super big mouth.
I'm thinking of the logo from Roger Celeb.
I don't know what that is.
It's a porn site.
I've never been more pleased to not know.
I thought you were Googling it. I was like,
yeah,
pull that up. Dude.
yeah.
Pull that up.
Have you seen this guy? The dude at the vest?
Oh, I've definitely seen that.
Yeah.
It's terrifing. What I'm looking at is an absolute nightmare, dude.
Yeah, that's
I
just
don't
what
think I've
British
actually
people look like,
watched
I think.
them.
Look, Here's
Dude,
a
that is
penguin with
my-
a revolver.
Dude, that is my sleep paralysis demon.
Yeah.
That thing lurks by my bed at night.
Oh my god, they're terrifying. Do you actually have sleep paralysis?
I've experienced it many times.
I felt it a couple times. It's the worst
Yeah,
thing
it's
ever.
the absolute
Dude, so
worst.
I have theories that that's where like religion may have originated because my friend and I, all right, he was like 12 and he told me, he's like, I had this crazy nightmare.
Okay.
And I was stuck and I couldn't move. And there was this dark cloaked figure that was walking around me spreading flowers, you know? And I had the same exact experience and saw the same exact image.
Yeah.
And apparently, like, you can Google it, like, everybody has, like, very similar sleep paralysis demons,
Yeah.
you know? And I believe that's how people probably thought they were being visited by someone in the night. You know?
Right.
Hmong culture, which I think is Hmong. It's somewhere in Asia. They had many deaths that were caused by nightmares because people were choking to death in their sleep. And so you know about that? That's crazy. You know how I know?
How?
Episode of House. Episode of House. You
Really?
ever watch House?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was an episode of House about it. So I'm not very well read, but I'm very well watched. You know? But yeah, people were actually dying in their sleep, and they had this whole like mythology behind this demon that comes and chokes you to death in your sleep.
That's hot.
Have you ever had those dreams where like, fortunately you get to wake up, but you wake up like either just not able to breathe, you feel like you
Whenever I've had
dying?
them, I've had like
That's not. I don't think that's sleep paralysis. Like I've experienced sleep paralysis differently than that.
Where you
than,
can't
like,
move, but you're like half awake. It feels like your body's asleep, but your brain woke up.
Oh no, you're 100% awake.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
You're awake,
and like you can't
it
move your
happened to me.
arms, and
Nothing.
I've tried to like speak, like help me wake
Oh,
up.
yeah,
like
you can't speak or anything.
Oh
and
yeah, you'll
can't.
mumble.
And-
Yeah. I've had people run in the room because they heard me. It's like a dog dreaming. Like,
I like
"Woo,
try
woo."
to scream, and I'm like,
Yeah. It's
What
crazy.
did you see something when it happened? To
no,
you?
but it's just such a pressure, and it's just like I'm awake. I know that I should move.
Yeah, but
Does
you
it
I
can't.
feel like
can't
somebody's
move.
in the room?
Yeah,
Yeah, like I would hear like the fridge opening and closing. You know when I used to get it? I used to get it after a bender. You know? Like, so I would drink 38 days in a row or something, and then try to sleep one night without it.
Yeah.
And you fall asleep, and I wake up like sweating and thinking somebody's in the room, and in sleep paralysis. I used to get it all the time. As I got older and was drinking more regularly, I would have that.
Would you get it only when you would sleep on your back?
Yes, definitely.
Because I would
See,
only get it when I sleep on my back. I'm
that's what
normally a
people
stomach
say.
sleeper.
Yes, that's what people say. But there's been several times where I've experienced it. But there was this one time I experienced it where I actually seen something. I think I might have actually told you about this. And I was asleep on my stomach at that time.
Damn.
And that was fucked up. And I seen this figure, and it looked like they were like on all fours, but not on their knees. Like they were on their feet, and then they were like bent over on their hands. They were dressed completely in white. And I watched them walk from the top of my bed to the foot of my bed. Could only move my eyes. So once they got, because I'm like laying on the side of my head, obviously, and once they got to the end of the bed, that's all I could see because I couldn't move anything. And I was laying flat on my stomach. And it was the most, and I know I was awake because once I could move, I couldn't go back to sleep. Like, I know what the fuck I saw. I know how I felt. Like, that was probably one of the scariest.
One time, I ate like a fistful of Oxycontin, and I had
This is
this.
starting
That's
nice.
like a baker's dozen. You know? That's the nomenclature for that. Just give me a fistful.
So I felt like I was levitating above the bed, was pulled by the feet off the bed, and then the bed collapsed, and then I just woke up and was fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was crazy.
Same thing.
Like you wake up and you're fine, but it's terrifying while it happens.
Yeah, no. I woke up to I was having this like extreme nightmare, and I was crying in my dream. And I woke up. I was laying on my stomach because I'm a stomach sleeper, and I woke up to my shoulders being lifted off of the bed. I was being shaken, like somebody was like. I did not feel like I was in danger. I felt like somebody was trying to protect me from whatever dream I was having. I literally woke up. It was like somebody took like the back of my shirt and was like trying to wake me up, shaking. My shoulders were off of the bed, and I woke up sobbing, like just as bad as I was crying in my dream.
Damn.
I woke up fucking like that was terrifying.
Yeah.
Like terrifying. But I know for a fact somebody like lifted my shoulders and shook me awake. I felt.
I buy that.
I almost felt protected though. Like
it was an angel. Have you ever had dreams that are premonitions and shit comes true like a week later?
Absolutely.
Dude, dream science is insane to me.
It
so
actually
interesting.
happened to me like maybe 3 or 4 times in a row, probably a couple of months ago, which is the most frequent it has ever been. And it literally happened.
Yeah,
like,
that's crazy.
It was very real.
I've had it happen several times, dude. One that sticks out is I had a dream that I was going to get arrested. And then 2 days later, I did.
Yeah.
You know, now I also kind of like pushed that to happening. You know what I mean? But
Self-fulfilling prophecy.
yeah, for sure.
Dreams are fucked, but I firmly believe that like any dream that you have, it doesn't matter if it's like stupid or like scary or whatever. It's
trying to tell you something.
Absolutely.
Okay, so I'm getting ready to sound mildly schizophrenic here.
Can't wait.
Yeah, so
Been there, did that.
you ever have like a crazy coincidence where like someone says like, "Hey man, you ever see this episode of this show that was on or whatever?" And you're like, "No, I've never seen it." And then like the next day you turn on the TV, it's that part.
That
of
happens
that
to me
episode.
6 times a day anymore.
Yes,
Yeah.
so I
Because I'm
started.
so aware of it. And I
You're
think
just
I
in
look
tune
for
with
it.
the universe, dude. So I started writing.
Fucking, I told you, Jess.
Yep.
I fucking told you I'm
100%.
in
Who's
tune.
Jess?
My girlfriend.
Nice, dude. She hot?
Dude, I told, yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. That
Yeah,
rips.
she's totally hot.
I
Nice,
told
dude.
her I'm very in tune with the universe,
Yep.
and that's word for word what he said.
Yep.
I feel like she is in tune with the. She would not disagree. She just probably thinks that
She
she's more in
hates
tune
that
than
I'm
you.
in tune.
Yes, that I believe.
Yeah, go on, Trevor.
Go
Sorry.
ahead.
I've moved on. I want to talk more about Jess in the universe. But I started writing them all down. And like this is gonna sound very like Jim Carrey number 23 kind of stuff, but I'm like, there's got to be a through line, like.
Oh
I'm
my
seeing-
God, is it number 23 for Dr. Pepper?
Boom! There's another one, dude.
There we go.
100%.
We're coming full circle.
That movie was really cool. Here's another fun question I like to ask people: who do you think the best actor who was a comedic actor and strictly a comedic actor who moved to drama and killed it? Like, who do you think was the best?
I think Robin Williams in Good Will Hunting.
That's
was pretty
everybody's
much-
answer.
yeah.
I mean,
he was
and
good.
Patch Adams, which is like a comedy and a drama.
Yeah.
He kills it in that, dude.
Bill Burr was good in.
That's what people say, dude. I'm off Pete Davidson. I'm
Yeah.
a big team.
Oh, I don't like Pete Davidson.
I'm
I like
Team
Bill
Kanye,
Burr.
Oh, I
dude.
like Pete Davidson.
I'm Team
You're a
Kanye
fucking
to the
dumb
end
girl.
of time,
Yeah,
dude.
it's true.
Every girl likes Pete
Yeah, yeah.
Davidson, dude. I'll fight that dude.
Yeah. Until he does comedy, man.
Yeah, right.
Whatever.
And
The way he treats Kim is so great, or treated.
Are they still together?
sounds like
Nah.
she treated
Okay.
her great, dude. What a joke. Didn't he get like her kids tattooed on his neck?
Probably. It's
What?
So
and then he's like,
romantic.
"Oh, I'm all depressed," and it's like, "Oh my god, I can't take you, young people. We're all depressed. It's just called how people feel." You know what I mean? Like those are just feelings,
Yeah.
dude.
At a certain point, when everyone feels that way, it's just what the norm
that's just
is,
what
man.
the feeling is,
If
bro.
you feel good, you're weird.
yeah,
He talks
dude.
about, like, depression and stuff
go
like
see a
that.
doctor if you're feeling good, dude. You need meds. You need meds, dude. I also love Jim Carrey, kills it. Truman Show's Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
I think of the Truman Show almost every day because I feel like that could be true.
Bro, after I watched that for months, I was convinced people could hear my thoughts and were like watching me. It was crazy.
That's another thing
You
with
don't
like.
think people can hear your thoughts? I go places all the time. I'm like, you heard what I said. I know.
Yeah, that's gnarly. I sometimes have to ask, did I say it out loud?
I
Oh,
think
yeah,
my
absolutely.
phone can because like we were
your
just
phone
saying.
can.
Definitely can.
Your phone is a Neuralink, dude.
real.
That shit is creepy.
Whoever
dude.
tries to say that's not real is
I
they're
can't.
in
It's
denial.
not like I'm searching things and then it pops
No,
up.
no, no.
I'm
It's
thinking about it. Why am I thinking about Sugar Ray and then that comes on? Like
Yeah.
what? It's
I
not.
know.
It's not 1998. It doesn't make
agree.
sense.
Illuminati MK Ultra mind control Satan worship, dude. Google
Speaking
it. Google
speaking
that at
of
home.
Illuminati, I was looking at this Disney thing earlier where they like pepper things in. And like Pinocchio or Scrooge McDuck or whatever the fuck it is, there's an eye chart and it says something about whatever, like believe Illuminati. It says it in the thing.
Yeah, all the old Disney shit is creepy as hell. And that's why I do not trust Disney with anything, dude.
Yeah.
They're touching those kids. Everybody knows they're touching those kids. As soon as every one of those kids
That's
turns
fucked up.
18, it's real fucked up. I'm not the one doing it, dude.
Yeah, man.
Disney, shame on you.
Even Nickelodeon. Look at the Jeanette
Oh,
McCurdy or whatever. thing.
Nickelodeon,
that's
Disney,
fucked.
they're all touching those kids. And I've been saying it way before
Absolutely.
Jeanette McCurdy, dude.
Yeah.
I warned her. I was like, don't take the job. They're touching you.
I feel like I read that in the prelude that I saw your name.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. I've been the one saying it. Every one of them, they turn 18, and the day they turn 18, they go on MTV and show you their pussy, and then they fucking act out, and the next thing you know, they shave their head and beat the shit out of your car with an umbrella. Like, they all go fucking nuts, dude.
Yeah.
Every last one of them.
It's a fucked up world we're in, honestly.
It
Yeah,
is.
yeah, 100%. Well, dude, think about it. Okay, let's just say, now, bear with me, everybody. Bear, let me
Bearing.
finish, okay? Put yourself inside the mind of a pedophile.
Okay.
Ugh, gross.
It's a tough gig.
That's hard.
It's
That's
a tough gig.
disgusting.
You know what I mean? Like, okay, I'm there.
Not for the faint of heart. Yeah.
I'm there. Now, if I'm a pedophile, right? Where would I want to go?
Inside a child.
Around the hottest kids, dude. Around the hot kids, dude. You know what I mean? Like Michael Jackson, dude. He was like the king of pop. So what did he do? He got the hottest little kid, dude. I mean,
Macaulay Culkin? Is that
I'm
who we're
just saying,
talking?
if I was a pedophile,
Yeah.
and I'm not, but Macaulay Culkin, he's a pretty cute kid. That would be the one.
You'd be a wet bandit.
Yeah. I mean, that would be the one, dude. And like that's how hierarchies work, dude. You know what I mean? Like the coolest dude gets the hottest chick.
It makes sense, man.
The most famous pedophile gets the most famous kid. I'm sorry, I've gone off on a little bit of a tangent. I'm not sure if everybody in the room gets the humor. It's a little bit dark, a little bit weird. You know
Trevor,
what I mean?
speaking of your humor, where can people find you coming up? You were just talking about it.
What am I talking about here? October 28th, I have a thing in Sharpsburg with Eric Nesby, who's going to come on the show.
Oh,
He'll
no
be on
shit.
that with me, so that's going to be fun.
Yeah.
And I haven't performed. When I first came up in comedy, I was with him all the time.
Yeah.
We haven't done a show together in a minute, so I'm actually looking forward to that. That's in Sharpsburg at the Tahiti Theater. Let me read this before I make it up. It's at the Atithi Studios.
Okay.
And it's called the flyer just says, "May I pet your dog?" Which I don't know what the through line is there.
Yeah.
It's a "May I
I
pet your
cannot
dog."
wait to find out, though.
I'm not sure if you can bring your dog. I'm not sure if it's
Right, there are going to be dogs there. Like what?
the big dog. The big dog's gonna be
The
there.
dog
There we go.
pound?
There's-
Yeah, dude.
We figured it out. There you go.
Yeah,
Does
the
it say
bone dog.
DAWG on the flyer?
It should. I'll tell them to fix it. Dude.
Or DOGG?
I think I would be a WG kind of guy.
Yeah,
dude.
I feel like that's the way to go.
Yeah, dude, dog.
Yeah.
You can feel it. You say it with your diaphragm.
Yeah.
Bone dog.
Yeah,
You know?
for sure. I feel like DAWG is more biker,
I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it is.
where DOGG is more rap, obviously.
I was picturing dog like with a W, like fans in Cleveland dog.
Yeah, dog
You know?
pound.
Yeah, that's like
'cause
a
I can't-
WG.
Yeah, absolutely. Trevor, before we wrap it up, because Shay has a heart out, and I want to respect that, obviously, because she's wonderful.
Thanks.
We were talking about movies earlier, and this was a question we used to ask everybody. Who is your least favorite movie character if you had to think of one?
Oh, bro, I think about this every day.
Perfect answer.
We always have this question of who's the biggest bitch in history, dude.
Okay.
Okay, it's either Sharon Stone in Casino
Okay.
or Penelope Cruz in Blow.
Oh, we haven't had anybody say Penelope. Oh my God, Penelope Cruz. Jesus
Penelope
Christ,
Cruz, dude.
Penelope Cruz and Blow.
She's a nightmare, dude. She's like, he's a fucking cocaine dealer. He has a kilo in his trunk. And it's just like, bitch, are you out of your mind right now? You know what I mean? Can you imagine, dude? You'd be gripping that steering wheel so hard. And then Sharon Stone.
Well, I would assume everybody was a cop at that point.
One of my yeah, right. My favorite.
The telephone
scene,
pole's a cop.
My favorite scene in any movie. Like I laugh so hard at this every time, dude, is when Sharon Stone is fighting with Robert De Niro in Casino and she's throwing her shoes off the front door and screaming, and the police say, "Ma'am, calm down," and she yells, "I am calm." It's just like you're whipping shoes at the door. You're the opposite of calm, dude.
There's nothing less calm
It's
than
one
throwing
of those
shoes.
two.
Ginger.
Or George's mom in Blow is another bitch because she
Okay.
calls the police on him when he's on the run and he gets arrested at their house. Yeah,
She is awful. I remember
her
that now.
name is. Oh wait, no. I'm thinking of Karen Hill, but I think it might even be the same.
Oh.
actress. I don't know. Yeah,
I think Goodfellas.
yeah, but I feel bad for Karen Hill. Henry Hill was a piece of shit.
Yeah, there's a lot of people where it's like, oh, they were awful, but it's like, are they awful or were they driven to being awful? You know?
Yeah.
All right. Shay, thank you so much for coming on. Trevor, you
to
said
be
you have the show there. Where can people find you on social media? If they wanna
Trevor
check you
Austin
out?
Comedy. I'm not posting a ton on there right now. But we're getting ready. I'm actually getting ready to release a podcast too. So you know what I mean? Cross promote.
Oh,
shameless
fuck yeah.
plug. Yeah. So
Do you have a
that's-
name for it yet?
I'm workshopping a name, and everybody tells me it's too problematic
Okay, do it. Tell
because
us right
that's
now.
just my vibe.
We need to hear it immediately.
I was gonna call it Trevor with a hard R.
like that whole thing is a
Yeah, that's the name. Trevor with a hard R.
hard R.
There you
And people were like, "Oh, that has racist connotations." I'm like, I just did it because people are mispronouncing my name.
go. Yeah.
But
What
Trevor.
the fuck do they say?
Trevor.
no, I'm just being dumb and like
Oh, thank
evading
God,
it.
because I was thinking people really mispronounce.
Yeah, no, you know what
Trevor.
people do? They call me Travis, which is a whole different name. There's a whole
I
other
get the
person.
craziest things with my name.
People think it's Bob and Robert, like Trevor,
Yeah.
Travis. It's not how that works. One guy called me Trevin, which is a hybrid name.
Dude, the craziest thing with that, isn't Peggy short for Margaret? Like, how the fuck do you do that
yeah,
math?
I don't like shit like that, dude. Like, that's nervy.
Even Bob for Robert doesn't even make that much sense.
It
like,
doesn't.
okay, there's a B in it.
Jack and John.
Yeah.
Those are two that don't make any
Dick
sense.
and Rick.
And yeah.
That one I want to keep, though. I like
Well,
that.
obviously, that one has to be kept, but it doesn't make any
I
sense.
went
I feel
to
like the
church.
first Richard was just a dick, and then we're like, oh no.
Yeah.
I went to
Right,
church
yeah.
with a guy named Harrison Dick, and he went by Harry.
That's
and
awesome.
I'm not kidding. People have asked me to prove it. I have the old church directory at home, and I'll never throw it away because you're scrolling through and you just see a man whose name is Harry
Harry
Dick.
Dick. That's fine.
It pops out for
parents.
sure.
Great parents.
You know, parents need, or they need to do like a like in the Microsoft Word where they do the green underline for like the grammatically correct thing. They need to do that for like names. Like they got
red squiggle.
okay. You can't do a Harold before
red
Dick.
squiggle,
You
yeah.
can't do this before that kind of thing.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, I'm a hopper, so I got to absolutely avoid Richards in my my children.
Dick Hopper,
Dick
dude.
Hopper.
Yeah, man.
That rips.
I know. Well, yeah, I bet rips.
You need to change your name.
I might name my
immediately.
podcast just Dick Hopper.
There you go. Dick Hopper with Trevor Austin. But Trevor, thank you so much for joining
for
us
sure, dude.
tonight.
Thank you for
It's
having me.
always
This
a
was
pleasure.
cool.
As I was saying to Shay earlier, I haven't been doing mics very long. I've only done a handful. But I saw you at Willow Station, and we were talking out back, and I swear to God, I didn't stop laughing since I met you.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, absolutely. But thank you so much for coming on. Shay, I know you have to get going, so we're going to wrap this up. But everybody, thank you for listening.
All I'm going to say is I'm so happy
Yeah.
that I was allowed to be part of your day.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening. We hope you had a good time. If you did, be sure to subscribe to the show to catch the latest episodes and share with your friends. We can't promise not to embarrass you. And if you just can't get enough, follow us on Instagram at Poor Man's Podcast 412, Twitter at Poor Man's Pod 412, and Facebook. This is Pittsburgh's own Poor Man's Podcast, signing off.
Right at the
See you
tits, I'm
next
good
week.
to go.
I can't do it. I'm on the spot.
Hell yeah.